What's up, everybody? Zach is back with another episode. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hope you guys are feeling all right. I'm running behind. I'm a little bit late today, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. You know what I mean? Markets are pointing downwards right now. I'm looking at the futures. Um, as I'm making this video, looks like S&P is barely up, and oil energy is doing all right. The fangs are doing okay. But Techel, Soxel, so semiconductors, tech's pointing down a little bit, as well as Dow. Interesting. Nasdaq also down. Usually Dow is one or the other. Dow is up, tech is down, Nasdaq is down, or whatever. But anyways, the blog is up on prostockadvice.com/blog. Link in the description. While you're down there, smash that like button. We need 1,000,000 likes so we can get to $1 million. You know what time it is, guys. But yeah, yesterday was a weird day. Actually, the earnings came out were really good. It was just too choppy, and I didn't like it. I didn't find anything that I liked. I didn't take any positions. But yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes doing like that. Bitcoin, my swing Bitcoin trade's doing fine. Jivo pulled back a little bit yesterday. Actually, I need to update this. I didn't even have time. These are going to be a little different. But my options are still the same. I did update my PayPal. I closed out my PayPal yesterday. I took, what is that, about 30, it was like 40, 45% profit on that. So it was okay. It was all right. And my Neo's already closed for anybody that's asking. And my AMD is closed. Remember, guys, if you don't see me post, because sometimes I don't, I'm not on Twitter or even on my computer for like after, I don't know, what is it, 11, maybe probably about noon EST, I would say, because I'm in a totally different time zone. So I'm, sometimes I put the limit orders in and my positions will close out and I'm actually sleeping. But that's just what I got to do since I'm in a totally different time zone than the markets. So if you're not seeing me close out on Twitter, don't think that I'm not closing it out sometimes, because remember, guys, for me, my strategy is I always take profit at 25%. At least I'm thinking about very strongly. I'm considering taking profit at 25%, 50%, especially for very short-term options because they decay. And I've already done that. And no matter if it's 25, 50, sometimes it moves up so fast that it jumps up to 50. Then, of course, I'm going to cut it at 50, 60%. Percent profit, but something like that. And I usually don't hold them through earnings because that's very risky and volatile. All Neo earnings are coming up on Thursday, so can be interesting, although Neo is getting hammered, but so is Tesla, which is very strange. It's really funny in China lately. There are so many hit pieces on Tesla. It's crazy. Like literally everywhere I go, I hear just the news and people just talking a bunch of bad things about Tesla. And there are some reasonable and rational people out there in where I am, and they're saying that it might actually be paid by the Neo boss, or the owner, the CEO, whatever you want to call him. They call him the Laoban in China. But that's what they're saying. Neo Xiaopeng, who knows? But there's a bunch of negative news coming out on Tesla in China. But I don't know. I mean, it's a really weird thing because on one hand, China does have a habit of banning a lot of foreign companies that are directly competing with Chinese companies, which is not a big surprise at all. Even the U.S. is going to do the same thing. They're never going to let Neo in. Maybe they will. I could be wrong, but it doesn't really look like it. So I mean, it's kind of like this, but of course, like Facebook, Google, YouTube, a lot of those are censored in China. The great firewall of China, right? But yeah, so I'm kind of surprised that Tesla wasn't anyways. That's a bigger surprise to me, at least. But of course, that would be a crazy world if they just banned Tesla, which they're not going to because they have the huge Shanghai factory. But nevertheless, there's so many hit pieces coming out, and there's no point for me to link this because it's all in Chinese anyways, but I'm just letting you guys know there's a bunch. And Tesla's getting pretty hammered, and I don't really think those are correlated, but we'll see what comes of it. I don't know what's ramping up, because if you guys remember what happened to the H&M and Nike and Adidas and those other foreign companies that were dealing with the Xinjiang cotton or whatever, they got some pretty big heat. from the Chinese netizens. I don't know if that means anything, but it's happening right now with Tesla, and we'll see how big this gets. I don't know if it's going to make international news or whatnot, but at the Shanghai Auto Show, which was recently, there was some crazy lady dancing on top of the Tesla model, I think it was a Model X or something, I don't remember. She's jumping up and down on the car saying that the brakes don't work or something like that. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I heard about it. And yeah, since then, but people are saying that this is instigated and just fake and just theatrics from the competition, the Neo, Xiaopeng Li, who knows? But that's what people are thinking and saying. But anyways, moving on. Just thought I'd let you guys know that. My stocks, my portfolio is still up 1.75% for the week. I take that as a win. I mean, this is heavy earnings week. We're about to get earnings from Facebook and Apple today, so that's going to be really interesting. I'm thinking about doing some, but of course those are risky, playing them through earnings. Like my Google call from Monday's blog post, it wasn't bad. If you would have held through earnings, Google's up like $100 in the pre-market, well, the after hours, sorry. And it looks like the markets are open. Cool. Yeah, I'm making this video pretty late. Yeah, Google's up 4%. It's blasting off. So yeah, that one paid for Monday if you guys got in on it. I traditionally don't hold through the earnings, but yeah. That one is paying though. If you guys got in my Google call, I'll open that up real quick. But nevertheless, Boeing is really bad. For the Boeing, I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's down 2%. I think some puts on this could be interesting. I'm considering doing this right now, right after the video. I want to try to chill for the first 15-20 minutes, see what's going on afterwards. But yeah, anyways, the Facebook is coming out, 5.7, $315 call at 3:30. Let me look at the Facebook really quick. Yeah, Facebook is up 1%, and that's going to lead up until the earnings. Could be interesting. These will probably start moving and start paying. But again, I'm going to wait for, I don't know, maybe 15-20 minutes before I see, get a better feel of it at least. And then last but not least, I'm thinking about maybe a SPY put or a QQQ put. Yeah, it's playing off the volatility. I mean, the Fed meeting is today, don't forget, so it can always be choppy, and I expect it to be choppy. I expect us to pull back up until the Fed meeting, which is, what was that, noon EST or 2 p.m. EST? I'm not sure. I'll check on that, though. But nevertheless, we can play on this. If the markets do start pushing downwards, very, very, very short-term calls, like these are only 2-3 days till expiration, so just be careful about that anyways. Pretty much all I have for you guys today, because it's very unknown with these big tech giants. Facebook, was it Apple? I think Spotify is reporting today. Let me check really quick. And yeah, I mean, there's just a bunch of companies reporting today, so it's going to be choppy along with the Fed meeting. I would expect it to be pretty crazy today, but yep, Spotify, Boeing already reported, Logitech, eBay, Teladoc is reporting. Could be interesting. It's pretty much the big ones that I'm interested in. But anyways, guys, make sure to follow me on Twitter. Hit that like button, subscribe to YouTube, turn on the bell notifications on Twitter, so when I am trading, you can see in real time that I'm doing, getting those positions and whatnot. And yeah, and then the options seminar, second class actually for my options, 101, 102, 103. So the 102 class is actually on Saturday at 1. So just in case you guys are already signed up for that, yeah, we're going to need options level 3. We're going to cover spreads and how to implement the different types of spreads. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm glad I got a lot of good feedback from the last one. I really appreciate you guys showing support. The class is totally full. If you guys were in it, you know that we had a pretty big crowd, although I did limit the spots. So everybody has a chance to ask questions, and it still feels Still feels like we're all just having a chat with each other, and you guys can ask questions in real time and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. I think it's better than doing like a pre-recorded video series or whatever. I think the live style is more interesting because you guys can in real time ask your questions that you have. But anyways, guys, if you're interested in that, we're always going to do other ones. This one is already full, but I do plan on doing the 200 series and also a 300 series, so more advanced. Anyways, but it could be interesting. I'm still thinking about that. This is the first time we ever did it, but I do appreciate the support again, guys, and I will see you on the other side. Peace.